Hi there, this is Amanda Frankel with our Crafty Playdate, and today I am going to show you how to make these cards here. This is our most recent Christmas club, so this is September of 2023, and everything you see here is new, so it's kind of exciting. And so I'm going to show you how to make this right now. I'm going to make this one. Christmas Club you can order this as a kit. You would have the die cuts, but you would need your own stamps, or I do have listed in the description for each video the items that I use for that particular set or that particular card. But if you want the kit, it is 4 each of 3 different designs. So you get 12 cards. It's a great way to get your stockpile going for Christmas, get them out of the way before the seasons get crazy. All right, we're doing this one today. So I'm going to move these, but these are the other 2 cards in the set. All right, so let's get going. We are using an old olive card base. So that's a color that has been with us for so long, and I will miss it if it ever decides to go away, because even though it's not maybe a color that you would gravitate toward all the time, it is just such a handy one, really. Okay, so there's our base. And these panels here are just vanilla. So it's easy. It's in, and it's on the inside and on the outside. And because I'm not stamping on it, I'm going to go ahead and glue this baby down so it doesn't run away from me. So this is just a normal size panel. So that would be 4 by 5 1/4. There you go. So that's easy. This one's going inside. I'm just going to set it aside for now because I don't need to do the inside right away. All right, so now I'm going to do this piece. This paper, I don't even know the name of this designer series paper. It's brand new. I love it. Look at music notes. I think it's great. I will list it in the description below. It is 12 by 12 paper. So this piece right here is 5 by 2. So I'm just going to kind of center it there. And it just is kind of a pop of color. So I really like that. This card is so really simple. This is the next thing we're going to use. This is actually a die and the stamp. This is a bundle that's in the holiday catalog, which if you don't have a holiday catalog and you want one, let me know for sure. You can drop it in the comments or just send me an email. My email address will be in the comments or in the description below. We're using this stamp right here, and then the dies in here are fabulous. I love them. So this is one die that we're going to use. But we need a mat, so I'm going to bring my mat in here and put it down. And we are using Old Olive ink to stamp the Season's Greetings part. So that's easy, right? Hopefully I won't make a mistake because I don't have another one cut right now. It's super easy to cut this out because it's all one piece, which is great. Perfect. Okay, awesome. All right, so that is it for that's not it. Actually, that's not it for the Old Olive. Okay, so that is it for the sentiment. But now we're going to color these, and I wanted it to look, so you'll see here, it's not perfect. It's not like a marker and it's perfect. It is supposed to look kind of watercolory, right? Like the paper. See how the paper looks just watercolory? It's not all in the lines. It's kind of diffuse. I love that look. So that's what we're going for here. And I'm going to show you a trick on how to do that. I'm going to grab another piece of scrap paper, only because I'm going to get super messy here. And I'm going to use, this is Old Olive. I'm going to do that first. And then I'm also going to be using Cherry Cobbler, and I'm going to be using Shaded Spruce. If you didn't have Shaded Spruce, you really could get away with Garden Green. I know Shaded Spruce is a little bit newer of a color, but these are the colors that I'm going to use in my coloring, and I'm going to use a water pen. So I have a bunch of these, and for me, they're perfect. You just give it a little squeeze. There's water inside it. See that? And then you give it a little squeeze to get the water going and get it kind of wet. And it's really like watercolor painting. But here's the trick. So a lot of people do the whole, you can squeeze and get it in the lid and then paint from the lid. You can see I've done that before. The thing that I worry about is putting the water then back into the ink pad, and I don't want to do that. So what I do is I just grab a block just a clear block. And I just go like this, just press it down in there, and there is my palette. I know, crazy, right? All right, so I'm gonna do this really quickly. So it's gonna be kind of quick and dirty, but that's what I want. I almost did it in the wrong place. That's what I want you to do. And you can see how that's getting wet right there. So that works really well. Okay, I wanted to make sure I'm in the frame. And I'm just, if you can see here, I'm just gonna do like the big leaves, look, and I'm just gonna be very quick and dirty. This is not precise, and that's why I have the paper under it. I'm going to leave my big holly leaf. That I'm going to do with the other color. I am going to get kind of neat here at the edges, but I do want it to be kind of mottled, like darker in some areas, lighter in some areas. That's okay. You want it to be a little lighter, add a little more water. So I'm going to do this one now. All right, so if I ever edited anything in my life, I would speed this up for you so you don't have to watch me paint, but no, lucky you, you just get to hear me talk. All right, I just don't know how to do that kind of speeding up video tricks. So this is the same, touched the wrong thing. This is the same up and down, upside down, you know, if I turned it, but since I stamped it, you know, this is obviously the bottom. Okay, almost done with this color. So you can see that I'm not being super weirded out by this at all. This actually, I just had a class where I taught this, and the people in the class, they struggled a little with this because they are a little more precise. And so she might go home and, you know, go over it with a marker. But I think it's really good when you take a class that you try it the teacher's way, because you already know how to do some stuff on your own. But if you just stay doing exactly what you do every time, you won't ever learn anything new. And this is a whole different look. Okay, so now to get rid of this green, I just wipe it until it's clear. Good. That was the olive. And now I am going to do the same thing with the shaded spruce. I'm going to move this one out. Oh, so to clean that then, I'm just going to press that on there. I've got ink on there. You can only tell really when you set it back down. To clean this ink off, I really am just going to hold it in the sink, right? If you ever need to wash your blocks, by the way, which I do sometimes because I do get glue on them and get them kind of gross, you can use Dawn dishwashing soap. Works really, really well. So I'm just going to scribble that, get a little water, drop in there. Good. Okay. And now I'm going to do the holly leaves. Anyway, Dawn dish soap, you can wash them with Dawn dish soap. If they have something really gummy on them and you really want to get them clean and sparkly, you can use Purell hand sanitizer, right? I'm not sure. I'm sure other brands probably work, but I always use Purell for it. So you can give it a try if you have something different and let me know. All right, so I'm just going to do the big holly leaves. Get a little color. So the beauty of this watercolor technique, if I wanted to make it more variable, I could do it with a lot of water at first so that it's kind of lighter, and then go back over areas in it to make it darker. Like some of these leaves you can see are darker than others, but I actually wanted that. I want that look. But you can do what you need to do on this. And if this really makes you crazy, you could use markers. You could, but it's going to be cute. And sometimes you just got to try something new. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. That's a really intense color. So I will probably hold this under the sink and squeeze it and hold it under the sink so that this water helps wash this and then wash it out under the sink. It comes all out. But since I have a lot of these, I'm just going to go ahead and grab another one and do it like this so that I don't keep you guys forever and ever while I'm just cleaning stuff. Okay, and now I'm going to use the cherry cobbler. I don't want to put that in the water mess that I've made. Here I got the scratch paper and then wrote all over my other paper. See how that works? Okay, so cherry cobbler, another block. Ooh, that's very Very potent cherry cobbler. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing. Give it a couple of drops of water. Get it going. Swirl it around a little. And now I'm only doing the berries. So this works with water. If you do too much water, paper does warp, right? Paper doesn't love water so very much. So if you're really going to get it soaked, if you're really going to soak everything, you can put rubbing alcohol inside here instead of water because it evaporates so quickly. That works really well also. And if you ever want to paint like on fondant, if you're a baker, not a card maker, or a card maker and a baker, I'm a card maker and a baker. If you're both and you, oh, I missed that, dude. Okay. If you're both and you want to color on your fondant or write something with on your fondant, you can put vodka in here because that's food safe, not rubbing alcohol, right? Vodka in here. It evaporates off the fondant. You know what? I missed a little leaf thing right there. I'm going to just go with it for right now. Oh, I do have another one right here. I'm just gonna color it real quick. I have a lot of these water pens. Really, you could get by with just one set. I think a set comes with 3 and they're all different sizes. You know, fine tip or broad tip, whatever. All right, so this is done. I'm gonna move these messy things and just gonna go hold them under the sink as soon as I am done with my video. But in the meantime, I'm gonna bring this back. All right, so yeah, so you use vodka and food coloring, but like the food coloring that you would get at a real baking store, not just, you know, the stuff that you get in the spice aisle. I'm just going to put some dimensionals. I probably shouldn't do that on there in case it's still wet because I'm doing it kind of quick and dirty. If you use the food coloring from the grocery store spice area, I don't think it works as intensely, but if you get the real like food colored gel, it works. Okay, there you go. That's it. And now I'm just going to add a couple of gems. These are just some little red gems. I think these are current in the current catalog. And if you know me, I'm going to do number 1. I'm going to put 3. So the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to flip one on the floor. I'm going to do 1 and 3 and then go back and do 2. And the reason that I do that is it makes it easier for me to center than if I did it the other way. Got a little green on there. Okay, card is done. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you liked this technique. It's kind of different. If you're a really precise kind of person, it may not be your thing, but this paper, it matches your paper, okay? It really does match. Matchy match. So that's the first card. I hope you enjoyed it. Stop back by and see the next card in a couple of days. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.